Hello everyone, SvenRock39 again. This is number 2 in the final wrap up of my little go at this content creator stuff. Pretty sure it's obvious I never script any of this stuff, so I have a few ideas that I want to do. My last video is probably going to be something that we need to edit because I'm fairly clean. I try not to swear, say a lot of bad words, but when I'm in lobbies with my homies or maybe playing with players, I slip up, and sometimes you know the company you keep kind of makes it a little easier for you guys to start swearing like a sailor, and I'm trying not to do that stuff, so just keep in mind that maybe my last video is gonna be way out compared to what I'm used to doing. So yeah, I guess that's the idea. I'm just trying to put that out there early so everyone's aware of what my intentions are in my last video. I will share a build, and I'm gonna do that in this one, but I'm kind of using this one to explain the situation. Me and my bros went through pains playing this game, and it was a good go. I had so much fun playing this game with my bros, and it was just a blast. The fact that people stopped playing a game because of something else, or they just had enough. In our case, I think it was mainly this game was so broken and busted that it really upset us. I know it really got me mad. I went back and looked at some old video that I had recorded, and I was having a conversation with some of my people, or one of my bros actually, and Jester. Oh my god, and I could just hear how angry I was, so it was pretty upsetting, but I might even throw that on the last video just so you guys and ladies know I'm not perfect, but this game has went through some growing pains. Before the paper bag, I'm sorry I'm showing my mask, before the Simon mask and all that stuff, this game was busted. They had a lot of fixing to do, and it seemed we always got the scraps, I guess. Made me feel like the kind of envious of all the PC players, because they had updates too. I'm sure they were playing a broken game. Well, I recall hearing things about it while they were shooting content for it, and yeah, it was just insane. I mean, the game you would lose infamies. Like, I know one of my fellow PS4 brothers posted a video, and he's fairly new at the game. I could see that he's just not very high in his levels, but I love when other players shoot content. I really do. But poor guy, he said he lost his levels, and I'm not being insensitive to it because it happened to me, and every one of us, I think, except one of our bros, but I think he had gone through it a long time before us. So either way, we lost a lot of infamies playing this game back before the final product. So he even said the right thing. The advice is to save your game. If you're playing on PlayStation Plus, you can save your data to the cloud, so make sure you're doing that with your Payday accomplishments. When you start going through the game and you make some things happen, or you got that favorite mask of yours that you've been wanting, as soon as that happens, upload your data. I'll show you how to do it right here, I think. Okay, yeah, you should be good. I hope all that worked. If I didn't make that work, I'm sorry, but here's the other mask. I'll try to shoot some other way to explain that if I cut myself out. But yeah, that's how you do it, and you might not lose as much if you save your downloads to the cloud, basically. So But yeah, so my concept for these videos is bit of raw footage of us playing, uncensored, and just letting it hang out, you know, dealing with the drama that we deal with when we play this game. It's still pretty broken, as I heard, you know, a recent player posted on SHAREfactory, you know, that's my not so illegal alien. I'm sorry, I'm silly, forgive me. I like that mask. There's another hockey mask, I think it's cool. But yeah, the game has been broken, and if you guys are saving your data, that's probably the best thing you can do. And just do it often. Don't lose your stuff. But yeah, we lost a whole bunch of infamies playing this game in the early days. So I do empathize, but yeah, spread the word. Don't hate on anybody. A lot of us lost a lot more than a few levels, or even 100 levels. We lost infamies and had to grind back. So I'm not saying, you know, we had it worse than you, but it was pretty bad. I'm hoping that the newer versions aren't, how would you say? I hope the newer updates for the newer players, all that's hopefully a thing of the past. I do see you guys still getting dropped and losing levels, but I hope by now everyone's aware that you should be saving as soon as you can, as early as you can, off the normal auto save that the game does. Well, yeah, I'm going through all my little custom masks. I'm almost done, so I'm gonna get through this one here, and the rest of the masks are just what they are. You know, you guys can get all of those. So. But okay, so let me get that paper bag off his head. I hate that. This is my favorite mask, though, the balaclava. I just keep it natural too. Sometimes I'll change the color or get a pattern or something on it, but I always go back to this. Let's see, which build am I sharing? Oh, that's perfect. This is an Inspire build I use. Death Wish and below. I never tried this in Death Sentence because I'm scared. Okay, I'll say it like that. I'm terrified of Death Sentence. No, it's just a pain in the butt. So here, in Mastermind, I take Combat Medic. Painkillers, I ace these two skills. I'd rather get you up and give you more health and give you some more defense than I would want to carry aced uppers or aced doctor bags. That's how I'd rather do it. I'm taking the bare minimum that I can take to get up and ace Inspire. This skill is pretty dang cool. It really is. I don't like it. I never really did like it, but playing with other players, I noticed it's giving me a whole new perspective on the skill, because some players, they don't know how to stay in cover. They get themselves in trouble. And if you got a high level player in your lobby, he should be able to go over there and get you, right? At least that's what I would think. And sometimes it's not so safe to do that anymore with the modern AI we're facing. So Inspire, there were days when this is all I took for health regen for players. I didn't do Inspire. I would come get you. This was as much as I would do, and this is probably the least I would do. So that's how I played. I'd rather come physically get you up, because Inspire can leave you hung out to dry. Somebody just shouts you up and he didn't go clear the area and see that cloaker and taser and dozer and everything that's on top of you, so he's just shouting you up. Well, I figure if I'm going to just shout you up and not clear the area, even though I don't do that, I come look unless you're telling me you're clear and I hear you on over the comms. I'd rather be shouted up with a guy using these two skills ace, because he's getting you off the ground with more health and a bit of a more fighting chance. You've got 80% less damage you're going to take, so kind of helps you out. So that's how I use Inspire. In Controller, I'm sorry I dwelled on that, but yeah, in Controller, Force Friendship Basic, Joker Basic, and Ace Partners in Crime. That's a Vinny. I think they made that skill special for Vinrock. You know, anyway, I use it all the time. Stable Shot Basic, I think that's a point I just had to give. Okay, here's how I work the shotgunner skills. I think shotguns are really cool in this game. I aced Underdog because in higher difficulties, being targeted by a few guys at one time is really bad. So I aced Underdog, and it kind of helps soften up the damage that they're putting on me. So that's why I used it. I used to do other things, but this is helping me with this build. Now I'm acing Shotgun CQB, acing Shotgun Impact, and I'm taking Overkill Basic. I'm not taking any reloading, extra shells, anything like that for my shotguns, even though I'm using the Yzma shotgun, which in my opinion is the auto firing shotgun for me to use in the build that I use. When I use critical low detection builds, that's the one to use. You need DLC for it though. But yeah, I'm only using an 11 shot shotgun. I'm not trying to get any more rounds out of it, but I don't need to if I'm playing efficiently. Here in tank, I ace resilience, and I take bullseye ace, and I use shotgun all basic. You can stretch this out, but I find this worked better for me. I have learned to focus for headshots more, and with shotguns you seem to get better accuracy, even though they're inaccurate when you look at the statistics. I get more headshots with shotguns than I do anything else, so this is why I'm using this skill. It's giving me back armor, so I don't necessarily need to tank so much armor. I just need to be quick on target, and if I'm on their head, whatever armor they took away, I can gain 25 points back with a headshot. So that's how I'm using the build. Now if you wanted to try that technique that I like using, or the one that I'm sure everybody else has figured out too, if you don't ace resilience, the flashbangs almost take forever, and on Death Wish it's really bad. So if you just sit down, sit still, and wait it out, you can survive them. It's very possible, but I know with this build I'm usually running around helping players, so I'm rather have that resilience skill ace, because if they flashbang the active player, it seems, I'll be able to take it a little better. I took an extra point and put it on Scavenger Basic. Being able to pick ammo boxes up at a greater distance is really a benefit. I guess you all know by now, if you've seen any of my videos, jack of all trades, get it. It's so much better to have it than not. I take 1 point, put it in steady grip for a little extra accuracy. And Artful Dodger. This stuff is all basic builds for me. If you've seen any of my builds, this stuff is all really basic. Duck and cover, basic. Inner pockets, ace. I'm acing optical illusions and taking basic second wind, and basic professional, and basic low blow, and acing high value target. That's the, dare I say, secret to my madness. That's the method to my madness, rather. Being able to put extra damage on enemies, how is that not ever good? You know, in Loud it's special, so those are the ones you want everyone to see, and they'll stay tagged longer with that high value target ace skill. The last point I'm putting in martial arts, just in case it takes some up close damage. The hard thing with using shotguns, at least this shotgun build that I'm using, is hard to face down dozers unless you pick at them. You don't want to run face to face with a dozer with this build. You can change a few weapons up if you want it. Get you an explosive shotgun, maybe pop them open, crack that armor off of them so they are softer and more susceptible to damage from your shotgun. I use the option that I'm having here is one of my favorites, but I'll give you guys the option to choose, because this is the shotgun I like to use. The Yzma primary, it's the 11 shot version. I didn't take any shotgun skills, as you saw. I just increased its damage and its reload speed. That's all I took for that, and then I added overkill basic. And this is the average ISMA shotgun that I use in probably every single shotgun build I've shown, but I'll go through it real quick. The triple aught buckshot. The short barrel is DLC. The silent killer suppressor, a concealment boost. This foregrip, the hollow handle, is DLC. Compact laser module, the AK rubber grip, the Big Brother mag, no sight, and the skeletal stock. Keeps the detection risk really low, so my detection risk is 4, and that's with the secondary that I have available. I'll go real quickly to that. And I have two options. They're both modded the same, so, well, not modded the same, just the same concealment, so you're not changing anything from one to the other. But if you got Dragon's Breath rounds, you guys seen this in another build, use those if you want to use Dragon's Breath. And I have another one that's set up for explosive rounds for those of you who really want to bust dozers up and then smash them with the shotgun. Yeah, that's real possible, but I peck at dozers. There's a lot of people that carry rocket launchers, so I highlight them and then I get away because people blow me up with their rocket launchers. I don't have ICTV on, so teammate splash damage kills me more than the enemies usually do when there's rocket launchers in the lobby. Concealment boost, compact laser module, no sight. And here's the other shotgun. HE rounds, the silent killer suppressor, the concealment boost, compact laser module, and the See More sight, mainly for placing those explosive rounds where I want instead of just shooting at random. But either way, this build has that. Now the buzzer is my favorite. It really is. It's my favorite melee weapon because I love tasing tasers. I really do. I like interrupting them and watching them shake, and when my teammates shoot them in the face, I think it's so good. Maybe I'm a bit sadistic, but I love the buzzer. The electrical brass knuckles works. Once again, if you're going to keep your detection low, you want to use a piece of DLC. The ice pick is high enough in concealment that you can have one of the hardest hitting, if not the best, concealable melee that doesn't electrify anyone, in my opinion. But it is DLC as well. Molotov cocktails, I use grinder, lightweight ballistic vests, that's it. I mean, that's the build. So remember, if you hear me saying things in those other videos, I try not to show too much gameplay because of that reason, and not to mention the characters in game, cuss pretty bad, or they say a lot of bad words. So I try to keep things clean, but I'm closing this out, so I'm gonna let my hair down, like we say, and maybe it'll be fun. As always, take care, be well, and good games, everyone.